Alright, hello, and welcome to my new video series in which I'm taking the XR2 from Earth to the Moon. So we're going to start off here at Cape Canaveral, fly up to the Moon, and land on Brighton Beach. I just want to make a couple of quick notes before we get started about these videos in general, and just about the videos that I make. And that is, number one, these are not tutorials. I will talk about most of what I'm doing, but more in a narrative sense and less in a sense of like explaining what I'm doing. If you're looking for tutorials for Orbiter, I definitely recommend checking out David Courtney's YouTube page. That's where I learned most of the skills that I'll be using today. And then secondly, I am definitely not an expert orbitonaut. Like, there are a lot of people out there better than me. But I just think that there's also not a whole lot of videos on YouTube of people flying missions from start to finish, unedited, uncut. And when I was learning, that's where I could learn the most. Like I said, I might not be the most efficient pilot, but I will get this shit to the moon and landed on Brighton Beach. So yeah, hopefully this will be helpful or entertaining or whatever it is, you get something out of it. And with that out of the way, let's get started. So first things first, I'm going to turn on external cooling.
External O2.
We'll be doing some time warp, and
external cooling online.
I don't want it to overheat. Switch the HUD so I can see better. I'm going to switch the map to reference the moon, and then target Brighton Beach. And I don't think you'll be able to see this. I believe my recording software won't pull up the other menus, the scenario editor menu that I'm looking at right now. But what I'm going to do is move the date forward until Brighton Beach. It takes 3 days to get from the moon to the Earth, and I want to make sure that Brighton Beach is in the sunlight when I land. Just more aesthetically pleasing, easier to land. I mean, I can definitely land at night. I mean, for the most part, I'm just going to be using my MFDs anyways, but it's just nicer. So that's what I did right there. Go back, pull up orbit, MFD, get that set up. Now switch focus to align plane, MFD, and have it target the moon. Next step is to warp time ahead until the relative inclination is as low as possible, which is going to be somewhere in between 5 and 6 degrees. Let's just go ahead and do that. And basically what I'm looking for is for the rate. As soon as that switches from negative to positive, that's going to be the lowest inclination that I can get. Should be coming up very soon. Okay, good to go. Alright, let's go back to the cockpit, turn on APU,
Pitch on.
AF control, turn off external cooling,
Using onboard O2.
switch the HUD to surface, and let's get it going. So I'm going to take off, and I'm going to bank immediately to 90 degrees, and then I'm going to pitch up.
Rotate.
Here we go. Let's get going.
Wheels are gear up. Warning, gear deployed. Warning, up and gear deployed.
So I'm aiming for 90 degrees, but then when I get there, I'm going to start paying more attention to my align plane MFD and just make sure that that rate is as low as I can get it. Climb up out of the lower atmosphere quickly. Oh, look, there's the moon.
Mach 1.
Start down. I'm sorry about all the clicking too. I don't have a joystick, so I do all of my flying with my numpad.
Mach 2. Mach 3.
Okay. I'm gonna open the scram doors now that we're at Mach 3. And I will soon switch to scram jets. Probably now. Now I'm really keeping an eye on my temperature gauge down there.
Mach 5.
Now I switched to using elevator trim to control my pitch, and I'm just making sure I'm pitched up enough that I don't overheat, but I'm still in the atmosphere and getting good use of these scram jets.
Mach 7. Mach 8. Mach 9. Mach 10.
Just trying to stay ahead of that. Pitch a little bit, yep.
Mach 11. Mach 12. Mach 13. Mach 14.
too high.
Mach 15. Mach 16. Mach 17. Warning, hull temperature.
Okay.
Warning, hull temperature.
Oh,
Mach 80. Warning, hull temperature.
there we go.
Mach 19. Warning, scram fuel low.
Okay.
Warning, scram temperature 20.
Let's close scram
Warning,
doors.
scram temperature.
Go back to main engine. And now I'm just gonna watch. Well, let me turn on RCS mode first. And I'm watching my APA.
Mach 22. Mach 23. Mach 24. Mach 25.
Okay, PA is rapidly dropping, so I'm gonna. Oh,
Mach 26.
that's good. 250. That works for me. Okay. Let's see. Dynamic pressure is good. Temperature is good. Time to open the radiator. And I'll open the retro doors on that. Hopefully I won't need them, but just in case. Turn on this nav light. As soon as that's done, I'm turning off APU.
APU offline.
Switching
Mach
to orbit.
26.
And go ahead and switch cockpits. Okay, so I'm heading towards my apoapsis right now in 675 seconds. When that happens, we'll circularize the orbit. Doing a little time warp. Okay. Right. We have 8,000 meters per second of delta V left. It's not too bad. Next step is to plot a course to the moon. I'm going to pull up TransX. You could align the planes more, but I'm pretty sure I can incorporate that with TransX, so let's give that a shot. Counter view. There we go. Turn on maneuver mode. Prograde, it's about 3,000. That should be good. 3,100. Let's see. Update. Start off really low. So closest encounter here. Oh. Pretty good. Even the off-plane distance isn't bad. 500 kilometers for the first burn. It's like not bad at all. Wow, okay. That a little. Inclination 145. That works for me for first burn. That starts in almost 3,000 seconds. Sure, autopilot's off. Let's warp ahead. It's gonna be close to prograde. We'll use auto center. I just like to get it close first because it takes forever if you don't. Well, burn time MFD. We're putting in 3,129 meters per second. Then when that hits 0, we will go ahead and burn. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright. We're off. Oh, okay. That's why don't leave on time warp too long. Okay, let's get back into proper place. Let's see how we did. Maneuver. Let's turn maneuver mode off. That's probably fine. I could tweak it a little bit, but we're gonna have to do mid-course correction anyways, so let's not worry about that too much right now. In fact, I think this is a good place to stop this first video, and I will see you in the next one when we do our first mid-course correction.